Good morning, Britain. Showdown or show trial? MPs in detail. His defence over Partygate, the scandal where numerous gatherings were held at Number 10. And we've already seen 50 pages of his defence. Like you, I read it all.
It did.
But he seems to use every single excuse in the book. So the first excuse is, and that they're all biased. So first he wants to discredit the committee,
which has a majority.
The second thing is he says, no one warned me that these were rule-breaking gatherings. But the people who did warn me, because he acknowledges actually was warned, you can't believe them because they want to just discredit me.
Yep.
Right? So I wasn't warned, except by people who did warn me, and you can't believe them.
He might be right on Dominic.
The thing it seemed to me was he says we did follow the rules. So he believes that there was a special exemption in the rules for morale-boosting gatherings. Now, I wonder how many workplaces and how many families you could legitimately say it was important for morale that you held gatherings and said thank you to people and toasted them and had wine and had cheese and gave gifts and perhaps had a quiz and a secret Santa, reasonably necessary for work, to actually having a bit of an ease up. And then he says he didn't realise any of these things were breaking the rules, apart from the one that did break the rules, because so even when the police determined that he broke the rules, he doesn't understand why he broke the rules. It's absolutely remarkable, the 50 pages of defence, and then the fine there. And if we know we were breaking the rules, why would we have had a photographer there?
The photographs were never actually...
The criminal barristers, defence barristers are saying now in court, why don't you take a selfie when you commit that offence? Because known I was committing the offence, then I wouldn't have taken a photograph. It's a legitimate defence. It's remarkable.
So, also, very anniversary. You're celebrating 20 years on breakfast television this week. It's an incredible achievement. I realised that I wasn't even... What you must have kind of learned and seen. I think we've got a little VT.
Good morning, Britain. It has just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. I think it's around 2 o'clock this afternoon, isn't it? That Boris Johnson will face MPs on the Privileges Committee. And we'll finally hear that the committee itself is unfair. Dominic Cummings has a problem with me. So if he says he warned me, you can't trust him. Wished that they'd known that in the... a fixed penalty notice for it, but that's all a bit of a mystery to him. He doesn't really understand. That's sort of icing on the cake. The cherry on the top of the birthday cake is we can't have broken the rules because we had a photographer
released by Downing Street, so they were all held back.
Remarkable.
It is all remarkable, but of course this committee is looking and true. There was one rule: it's like a party. It boozes like a party. It's a party. And if he didn't know that, was that you're totally right.
Yeah, so Louisa James, of course, is across all of this for us. As our main news this morning, we are going to be talking to ITV News' UK editor, Paul Brand, who was one of the journalists who exposed the Partygate scandal. He's done a remarkable podcast on it, if you want to catch up. First, though, here's Charlotte with the rest. Thank you very much indeed, Charlotte. I just want to say congratulations to Action for Stammering Children, because, as you mentioned last week on the programme, they produced a remarkable film which is all about 10-year-old Elliot, who is navigating through life with his stammer, helped by our very own Ed Ball's choice at the Charity Film Awards. The film is called Me and My Stammer. Let's have a little...
He is great, little 10-year-old Elliot. And, you know, to all the people who voted, maybe some GMB viewers who voted People's Choice Award. A
10-year-old who is currently struggling with a stammer at all, let alone speaking out about the fact that they have a stammer, who gets teased and maybe bullied, who is constantly being interrupted in a way that the other person they're talking to thinks is quick enough. What would your advice be?
And Elliot has learned that age 10, so I think he is about...
Congratulations.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Because all special week and day...
Yes, it is, yes. It's
kind of like staggering, this is your 20th Member of Parliament. I was an advisor in the Treasury when you started as an anchor on Breakfast TV, and which can show, show
20 years of...
some highlights.
And some lowlights.